No, recording, sir. Good morning to one and all present. We are starting our last day of HTTP Phase 2, sponsored by AICTE, and with the kind consent of the resource person as well as our conveners, we are starting the session for today. Our first session for today, we have Dr. Praveen Kulkarni as a resource person. He's a special officer at Vishweshwaraya Technological University and is heading VTU Innovation and Entrepreneurship Cell, INEC. Sir holds a PhD in management from VTU, and in his teaching experience of 20 years, he has published around 40 research publications in peer-reviewed journals of national and international repute. He also has 9 book chapters to his credit. His current research interests are focused around human resource management and its impact on improving people management in small and medium-scale industries. Within this arena, research areas where the impact is felt on the key aspect of technology, psychology, and people management. Sir, on behalf of the management, the principal, HOD, staffs and students of the Oxford College of Engineering, Department of Biotechnology, it is a great pleasure in having you as a resource person for today, and we are looking forward for your session, sir. Welcome to the department, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
And it's
thanks,
over to you to start the session.
Yeah. I hope so. It's visible. This one.
Yes, sir. If you could put it on a slideshow, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. Now it is on slideshow.
Okay. Okay. Very good morning to all. And I have to first thank the management for giving an opportunity to share my views, okay, in relation to the incubation centers, how it is happening, how the things are changing, how we have to look into it. Okay, so that's where we have got it. I have to thank my very good friend, Professor Manjunath sir, for giving me an opportunity to share the thoughts over there. With this brief background of this, okay, let's look at an incubation which has been there with us and which is making a buzz right now in last 2 or 3 years heavily in India as a such. Okay, so we find the incubations, everybody is running towards it, trying to have it. But when we look at it, this concept of incubation is there with us for a long time. Only in last 3 or 4 years, wherein the government brought in a change with regards to the perspective of looking for the innovations as such. Okay, this concept took a buzz over there, especially with the concept called as Startup India policy. That changed the whole game and people started to look towards as a better opportunity of employment into this aspect of incubation. Second, the startup policy of India gave one more opportunity to give an innovation a right direction. In India, we are having a lot of innovations were done, but we were not looking into a better platform or giving a platform for giving the growth of the innovation. So the startup policy was instrumental in making the things happen as a such. Thirdly, we find this incubation centers getting linked to something an old thing, but it is very crucial over there. That is called as IPR. Okay, so when we are going to look at the incubations over there, we are going to look at from these 3 angles as such as to how we need to understand. Okay, another asterisk in the mark over there, I'm going to put it in the caption over here. I'm not going to be confined to one particular domain of incubations because when we look at it, there are different opportunities in each sector. And today when we are sitting at the state level and trying to understand this, we find each sector of innovation and incubation, they do have a lot of opportunity. I will be naming few of the successful incubations which are there in Karnataka itself and how good they are in terms of looking at each centers or domains as such. So we do find a lot of good incubation centers in public and as well as private, how they have been very focused towards it. So the next point or the point of discussion would be, sir, how to make this successful over there. So the whole presentation would be in these three directions. What would be the role of the government? Second, how to look towards the domains, and third one, how to make it more successful. So irrespective, right now the platform is more from the perspective of the biomedical or there or agriculture as such. That is another big, huge area that is coming up as such. So before to have a little bit of a ground to understand this, okay, let's look at it, the incubation centers over there. Okay, so there is one organization which people have to look towards over there is called as International Business Incubation Association. That is the main body that really governs most of the incubations across the world over there. What is the best part of this is they give out a lot of best practices, how to make the incubation centers more successful, how to look towards the incubation over there. Okay, so that is the main part of that. Okay, one of the best things when we are interacting with these guys over there is that they first asked us when we are trying to look at our center as such. Say they told us, how do you look at the vision of it? Okay, let's look at it from all the aspects over there. We use accelerators words and so on and so forth. We want to give entrepreneurship. What exactly is the vision that you put it across? Okay, so that is the first thing that makes a business incubation or an incubation center more successful over there. Okay, so the first thing, why we require, what we require, the clear vision of what we want to do is more important. Let the vision be very clear over there. We want to give support to the innovations. We want to give support to only a particular domain of people over there. Okay, you want to give a support to only a particular set of people. Fine. Only some type of innovations over there. It's okay, but you need to be very clear over there. A very interesting one was recently in near to Belgaum over there. There's a very popular incubation center called as Deshpande Foundation, run by Gurraj Deshpande. Okay, and there's a huge one over there. Their main focus was the vision is very clear, technology driven. And today, when you look at those incubations over there, so they are so huge, they are completely into AI based solutions to most of the things. So the main thing when we look at an incubation over there, what, how and why, your vision drives all this. That's a very clear cut. So people who are who want to start an incubation or they want to look towards those, the first thing, a clear vision is very clear over there. That's the driving force that makes it successful. Okay. Second, good support over there. Okay. In fact, what people look at it right now is, sir, how much funding do we get it if I do it over there? Okay, that's a typical question which we get it over there. A startup comes to us and tells, sir, kitna paisa dege aap? Okay, how, what would be your stake over there? I look it from another point over there. Money is one part. If the innovations are good, what we really require is a good infrastructure, not only from the table and benches over there, but right now we had just a discussion over there, a good labs, okay, a good aspect of laboratory to do the research, to take the product to the new level over there. So when the product or the idea comes to an incubation over there, they are always in the infant stage. Okay, they are just like a babies. So babies have to be supported with a good the nutritions of labs, the good aspects of how do we look at it. So we need to look at from that perspective of looking at what would you have to do it in an incubation center. You need to give physical resources, but what the most thing is, first is lab. Second, what a startup would grow over there or an idea would grow is an opportunity for networking. Networking does not always mean that to organize the events or so, but to get these people into a different domains of ideas or the people who are working in those areas or there, connecting them into it. Okay, so an incubation center needs to have these three ingredients so that what, how and why you need the answer over there. One is a vision. Second, a good infrastructure right from the labs or the support. And the third one is the most important, the networking over there. Yep. They followed by ultimately when you do this, ultimately fund starts coming in. We have got another typical things over there, people telling us to us, sir, we don't get the funding, so you have to put it from the pocket. But ultimately, if you have developed these three, the automatically the funding comes into the picture. There are a lot of angel investors, there are a lot of private investors, there are a lot of government agencies who try to give those kind of an service of the funding. So automatically things do happen very comfortably over there. Okay, so let's look at it, the next part over there. Okay, how and when the incubation started in India. So we are speaking now at the present context, the infrastructure and so. But if I have divided between two important eras, 1991 and 1990, post 1991. Reason 91, there is a drastic change in the economy that happened. Okay, wherein the government opened up for the economy to the outsiders to invest in India. Okay, so it happened in 1991 where our economy opened up and said any foreigners can come in, okay, they can invest in India, they can create employment opportunities. So that is where the things started to happen in pre 1991. So there is one very important institution over there, Science and Technology Entrepreneurship Development Scheme. Okay, that scheme was first floated to create the aspect of entrepreneurship. Post 1991, the science, the when we economy was opened up, a lot of software companies started to look at as an India as a base, and then rest all we know the story as to how it happened. Okay, so the most of these companies, let it be Infosys or any of those, they started with an incubation of innovations over there, and then they have moved and graduated and they have become such a large company. The classic example what you find in the global arena is Google. Google started in as a small startup, and today they are the world leaders as such. Okay, and that is where they are falling in the area of called as technological business incubations as such. So that makes a lot of difference in understanding how it has evolved in the incubations over there. So we find today not only technology, but also we find it in agri. Okay, we are also finding it in aerospace. Okay, we are finding it in nanotechnology. We are finding it in the other defense over there. Okay, and one very important organization which has been very instrumental in incubations is DRDO for the aerospace over there. They are giving a lot of opportunity for the new ideas. They've got a lot of schemes over there. They've got a lot of competitions so that they can include people and try to have this kind of incubations as such. So that is another domain of it. One of the key domains what this STTP makes sense is that the agri startups have picked up from last 3 or 4 years. Government is looking into a lot of things in this. So if I have to look at the evolution of the incubations for all these years, it was more for the technology driven kind of a thing. And from last 4 or 5 years, the new era has come that is for agriculture over there. So people who have got ideas in solutions for agriculture, or they have got a products which are related to the agriculture over there, they are getting incubated in the best incubations across the country. Let it be the IIT Powai's incubation center, or the IISc incubation center, or IIT Kharagpur incubation center. These people are looking for the ideas in the agri sector. So there is a new era, there is a new thought, and that's why we are here with that STTP, okay, short-term training program for understanding from the agriculture point of view. Okay. Today we find a lot of people are looking over there, okay, in giving solutions to agri sector. Reason where is that the gap what the government and the research tells over there is that the agri sector in India has got enough opportunities, but there are no solutions for the ground real problems over there. Okay, one of the other day we were discussing over there, sir, the cost of labor in agriculture has increased, but at the same time the machines are also expensive over there. Sir, how to mitigate it? Land is available, the fertile land is available, labor cost has increased, the machine price has increased. Can we look at for something which can become as a business model over there, and the poor farmer who wants to continue with the farming over there, can he reduce his cost over there and he can become more productive? Second, we find in India the price dynamics in the agricultural products, especially in the vegetable sector. There's a very interesting phenomena over there. Today the price of a vegetable is around 10 rupees, and tomorrow the same this one vegetable price comes down to 8. So what would be the impact of it? how does he has to look at mitigating over there? It is just like a stock market kind of a thing, but there is no actual solutions which are to look over there. Can there be a AI based kind of a prediction that can be given to a farmer telling that, boss, you have got this kind of an app, look into it, okay, and try to look towards your pricing, or try to produce the things which would be in demand and supply at that point of time. So few people are doing it, but they require more robust kind of an system, kind of an process in the agriculture. So that is a new evolution that is looking at, the government is looking into it. So that has to be looked from a very serious angle. And if these things happen, then our agri economy would grow really well. Agri economy. In the agriculture also, we are finding one more thing. People are trying to look towards how we have to look towards the pesticides use, how to look towards some trying to look towards what time the which type of a pesticide to be used, how harmful it is it suitable to it, is it applicable to that particular crop. So these data the farmers require over there. So connecting between those things, I think there is a new opportunity for business development, or if there is an incubation which is very clearly towards agriculture, it would give a lot of opportunity for the people, especially the farmers, to grow better crops. Recently, there is one very interesting in the agri sector over there. Vietnam, we were studying the Vietnam model over there. They are focused on only one agriculture product, that is the bananas. Okay, so they have created an association. There is an incubation center over there. There's a lab. Okay, and that lab is so systematic. They are developing saplings. Okay, the seeds are being taken and they seen to it that it does not get affected by any kind of a virus. Okay, and it grows with the full nutrition what is required over there. And today, if you find the Vietnamese bananas, they're dominating the world. Okay, so which was unknown to us, Okay, so these are new things which are happening, and the whole half of the Vietnam or the region now they are into export of bananas. There is an incubation, there is a research, there is a platform, and they're using the advanced technology so that they are able to identify. A very interesting one, they are using IoT the most. The sensors are being placed in the plant over there, and very interesting video which the other day they had come to university and they were talking over there. They are using IoT, and the IoT sensor collects the data every minute, every second, how the plants are growing, how the trees are growing, is there any impact of any kind of this one. So these are the new things which are happening in the evolutions over there. So it is a technology is one part, okay, and the incubations are into this part over there. Now it is more of an agriculture, Other day we are trying to also explore from the France. They are trying to understand how the sugar canes can become more profitable. Today at the ground reality over there, most of people send it to the sugar plants over there, okay, or the sugar mills over there. The most of sugar cane goes over there, but they tell over there jaggery business also has got an opportunity, but unfortunately there is nobody to take care of that jaggery business or to convert the sugar into jaggery, because the problem is with the labor and there is lack of technology in that. So these are the new things with the latest which is happening the most, okay, in terms of evolutions in the incubations over there. Okay, so pre 1991 to 2021 we find a drastic change in terms of it. In all, one of the best part is that the incubations and startups and innovations have been at an upward trend. So that is a good part of it. We have not left out and told that, okay, fine, it has stopped at a point. None in India it has stopped over there, but in fact we are changing the gears to the new domains as such. Another one which is now getting too much of a heat after agriculture is medical science. The COVID and the story we all know over there, how the COVID has really impacted over there. COVID has opened up the medical field. In fact, there was a lot of need in the medical science over there for giving out technologies over there. If you just get into any of the ICUs of an over there, you find so many issues which require and support or of an innovation support, so that there is a lot of cohesiveness between what the doctor wants to treat and what the patient looks into it. So that is another thing which is finding as a such. We find again over there IoT is playing, AI and IoT is playing a significant role over there. So a lot of developments are there. So 2021, we find a new, looking at it from the incubation would be from agriculture and medical science as such. That is growing very well as such. So evolution started with technology and now we are into over there. We find from 1995 to 2021, if you look at this graph over there, we find from 2008 to 2018 onwards, there is the founding of the incubations have increased. Initially, people really looked at it, but later on it started to happen more. Okay, that's where you find that India started. So when I tell that it has not stopped, it has increased. 2014 onwards, we find a lot of incubations getting into the aspects of it. When I'm speaking about the incubations over there, many people ask us, sir, where we can look into some kind of support from the government, where we can look into the aspect of it. I just listed a few of them. Okay, the first which comes to right now, which is giving for the incubation, is Atal Innovation Missions over there, Atal Incubation Center. Okay, and this is one of the best ones for receiving the fundings. Of course, it is tough. Okay, but it makes sense. Okay, they give a funding up to 20 crores. That is what they give the funding. Okay, if I have to speak of the Bangalore region over there, I have always mentioned on a lot of platforms over there. It is Jyoti Institute of Technology. Okay, the Atal Incubation Center, one of the best ones. Okay, the incubations over there. If you are happening to be in Bangalore over there, just visit Jyoti Institute. The way in which they have done, the way in which they have looked into it, the aspect of innovations or incubations over there, they have been completely into Atal Innovations mission over there. They have got the fundings, they are using it, they have grown over there. Then we have got the DARE, the Department of Agriculture Research. They are trying to give fundings. So we can definitely get your incubation affiliated over there. Then you have got Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Science and Technology, then DOS. And the most prominent what we find right now, which is giving more funding apart from Atal over there, is DST, Department of Science and Technology. Okay, here I would like to look into it from one more point. Okay, we are all faculties, we have our innovations having over there, we spend a lot of time in our innovations, but when it comes to execution over there, we require a little bit of an financial support. Okay, and at that time we start looking towards the sources. Of course, the institution supports us, but they do have their own constraints of funding over there. They do give the fundings, but over there. Next, what to do in that case? There is one organization, please look into it constantly and be in touch with this through their website. That is Department of Science and Technology. They are giving a lot of opportunity for young teachers, young faculty members with innovative ideas. They call for applications. They try to scrutinize. They try to give the fundings. So DST is getting very active nowadays. Okay, and in the past it was more for the technology and science and technology, but they have now opened their horizon. They have increased their domain over there, and the way in which they are doing extremely well. Okay, they got a very popular funding over there for most of the incubations over there. That is called as Nidhi Prayas. Nidhi Prayas is a fantastic funding opportunity. Okay, and people can really avail it. Okay, it has been given through different nodal centers, and the nodal centers have to get registered there. Okay, and they expect that incubation center to be Section 8 company. Okay, I'm not going to get into right now into Section 8 company at this point of time. At the end, I'll definitely get into it. So Section 8 company is one which is very essential over there. So I'm parking that word. Please park it that Section 8 at your point. So if you're a Section 8 company and if you've got as incubation center as that, and if you've got some startups over there, then definitely you can apply for Nidhi Prayas. Nidhi Prayas gives you a funding of, each startup gets a funding of around 10 lakh rupees. If the ideas are good, if there is an opportunity over there, and we know it, we have studied over there, a lot of good ideas and innovations are parked in many of the centers amongst the engineering colleges across the India, but they are not getting a direction. Nidhi Prayas is one of those aspects where they look at a little bit of it, and if there is an innovation, they do fund it over there. So there is something which is coming up very much as such. Then another one, okay, if I have to rate it over there, another one, MSME, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, that is also gaining a lot of momentum nowadays. Okay, so if you are into more of a business management kind of an organization with an innovations over there, okay, so those people can definitely look at incubation getting affiliated to them and looking at the funding as such. So two things would happen very fantastically to it. Okay, MSME. Another thing, when you are speaking of networking over there, these affiliations would give you a good opportunity of networking for your innovations as such. Okay, so we need to look at these things. So we also require an affiliation to understand skill developments of an people who are incubated over there or those who want to get incubated over there. There's something called as a Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Government of India. These people are doing a lot of skill-based training programs. Okay. Recently, the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, I hope so, we have been circulating on something from NASSCOM over there. NASSCOM has started a training center, okay, under this ministry over there, and they have taken care of free training programs to all the people, let it be on emerging technologies, food over there or any of those. They're giving free training programs as such, and the best thing what they have done is they have made it everything online. Okay, so it's an online based kind of an training program which is there. Okay, so please you can include it, you can get a MOU with those guys. Okay, and you can say that we are affiliated to this kind of an organization and giving free training to the people over there. Okay, so there is another thing called as tech education. Tech education is getting into this Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship over there. So like this, you have got different agencies, okay, which are the part of the government, and they are looking for the innovations and the incubation centers to get incubated, or they're getting affiliated to it. Okay, so if you are trying to look towards any, how do we look at it? These are the main things which are happening. Apart from this, what we have spoken over here is this central government. Each state government has got its own other programs which are there. Okay, so like for example in Karnataka there is chief minister's skill over there. Okay, there is another they are trying to give over there. There is innovation research grants which are coming from the ministry over there. The Karnataka government is giving. There is also SIDAC is there, okay, which is giving trainings. Okay, they are the part of it. Okay, they are funding for the food, and this one they are the sugar science people are funding for the sugar incubations over there. Agriculture universities in Karnataka, they have their own incubations and they are funding the innovations and ideas. So it is about networking. So when I'm using a word called as networking, this is the right network. Okay, this is how, if you are able to network, okay, and it would be very good for your incubation centers to grow. So these are quite easily accessible, but you need to get in touch with these guys and try to make a better. So once you do this, okay, your whole of the ecosystem of your incubation center changes drastically over there, changes drastically. So these are why we said it's a growth related to that. This is what is looking at it. Okay. So when we find it a very interesting thing over there, okay, recent study from 2000, from what I'm taking over there is one of our friend has done, okay, from IIM Ahmedabad. This is the work of them. Okay, the Vora has done this work. Okay, and they looked at it and said that in which area there is more of an incubations are happening now. Initially it happened in metros, of course. Okay, we cannot deny the fact over there. The metros were the pioneers, and they taught us, especially the IIT Powai's, the center, incubation center, or ISC from Bangalore, IIT Kharagpur, Delhi, IIT Delhi's this one, or the IIT Madras incubation centers. They were very pioneers. They were very good at giving a roadmap how to develop an incubation over there. Okay, they taught us what is an incubation over there to the Indian context. Recently, we do find from 2004 onwards, if you look at this graph, it is in non-metro, there is more of an incubations that is happening. Okay, so there is more of an incubations that is happening from the non-metro cities. So this is a good sign. There is a good sign. That means we are trying to understand the local or the rural people having the innovations and giving an opportunity for incubations in the rural area over there. Okay, and incubation centers. That's why we have got Deshpande Foundation in Hubli. Okay, Hubli is completely north of Bangalore over there, 600 kilometers from Bangalore, completely remote over there. Okay, that is where you find. Okay, very interestingly, we find incubations happening in very remote places in Maharashtra over there, Dhuli. Okay, those are the areas where they're trying to have, where they're trying to look at handicraft as an main focus area and trying to give incubations. Okay, so that means the trend has changed from metro. The incubation is more towards the non-metro. Reason being the talent opportunity is more, and that is how they're looking at it. So when we are speaking of this, that's why the agriculture sector got more of an opportunity, because people started to move to non-metros, and that's where they find it over there. Okay, and when we find the sector wise, okay, we find a new thing over there. Okay, initially it was more of ICT. That's still there. Okay, I'm speaking of 2019 data over there. You find it over there. Okay, another emerging, that is what you find over there immediately after that, is agriculture. Okay, so you find a lot of sectoral focus of incubations are more from agriculture. So everybody is trying to look at as an agriculture. We just gave a tip of the problems what you find it over there. Okay, and if they are able to give some kind of a solutions, that's what the agriculture is demanding right now. Engineering and automation, of course, Industry 4.0 told us, and that's a fantastic thing which is getting into it. So innovations in terms of automation in engineering sectors are definitely happening over there. I'm still looking at it from ICT to agriculture over there. The next one, which is related to one ICT agriculture automation, is biotech. Biotech is going to change the game over there. In another 5 or 6 years, the game is going to be changed from agriculture to biotechnology as such. So there will be something which is changing as such. Okay, and then the other things which are followed in terms of the textile. Okay, then electronics, woman entrepreneurship, that is another incubation focus which is there. Okay, finance. Okay, so there is another very interesting debate, cryptocurrencies and their growths. Okay, recently we had a very I don't know, because right now cryptos are not really accredited and acknowledged in India as such. Okay, so that's another challenge which is there. Okay, so there is it's in the still in the process. So how to look at finance from that perspective? Many people are waiting for some kind of an crypto kind of an recognition. If that happens, then you find a lot of crypto kind of an people getting into the startups of finance over there, crypto trading and so on. So it is a lot of in a fluid state. That is in a fluid state, but people are desperate to get into it because it's going to give a lot of things. People right now are trading, but that's not really into legalized kind of a thing. So it's something which requires a lot of directions from the government, and not only India but across the world. So the whole of the world is trying to look at it. Then the finance, that will be another which is going to dominate in some time. That's what is going to happen over there. Okay, and when we look at the overall from the over there, okay, that's what I said. Okay, we find Nidhi Prayas, okay, Niti Aayog, okay, MSME, okay, support livelihood technology based entrepreneurship over there, okay, DSTs over there, commercialization of the technology, okay, and these are a few of them which have opened up in recent past over there. So if you have to look at it, what are the supports which you find are a brief inputs as to historically what we find it as such. And when we look at a few of the ecosystems being developed over there, okay, we find the number of startups getting invested more are there in India, which has started over there. Then ecosystem has been developed better. The best part of this is employment opportunity over there. Okay, it has generated. Another which is going to change the game is IP related things. Any innovation requires recognition. It requires some kind of directions telling that it is with the particular innovators. Okay, so in that regard, the IP thing has picked up very well. There are a lot of consultants. So each incubation center need to have an IP cell. Unless and until they don't have an IP cell, it is not going to function over there. So IP cell is going to be one which is going to, and if you look at it, the graph, it has increased drastically. It is making a lot of difference, a lot of noise in that case. Okay. So to sum up, okay, The incubation center needs to has and needs their two things. Does it have band? Okay. Do they have financial over there? Do they have business resources, confidence building network? Okay. Personal monitoring and coaching. Okay. Plus they need connection with specialized mentors. Okay. They need to get connected with the vendors. Okay. They need to build a brand and they need to remain engaged. Okay. What I'm trying to tell over here is that people build in incubations, but they do not engage for a longer duration. Okay, we find a lot of incubations being done over there, but they do not engage it on a long-term basis. They start looking at this that telling that we are not getting fundings, it is not making sense. Okay, so each incubation goes through this. Okay, a very interesting story that we find it is of IISc. Okay, IISc has been in the incubation for last 20 years. Okay, the Bangalore based. And when they were looking at it, they tell that, sir, we have gone through all this. Initially, it is a big hype. Everything happens. After some time, after some years, the slack comes in. Okay, and there we find it very difficult to get engaged. This is a time when you need to look at it, how to build your incubations, how to refocus it. And now they are doing it extremely well. Okay, so that means it's just like a business cycle that is going to go through an incubation center as such. But we need to hold on that patience. We need to hold on that particular center. We need to try to develop it, groom it, and see to it that it is more successful as such. Okay, if I have to speak over there, we do get a lot of ideas. We get a lot of things happening at different levels over there. Okay, so which keeps on happening, Okay, and that creates a lot of thoughts to us. Okay, but ultimately, when you look at an incubation, you need to have a vision. Okay, you need to look at the right resources and try to give a better networking opportunities so that people who are incubated get a good opportunity to grow for themselves over there. Okay, so with this, a brief thought of incubations in India. Okay, I stop my thoughts. Okay, and I open it for people. Okay, for their questions. If they got their discussions, let's look it into and try to make it a better platform for understanding the things. Okay, so it's forum is open for people to share with us ideas. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Highly informative. Now the forum is open for the discussion. Dear participants, you can unmute yourself and you can ask the questions to the sir, or you can put it in the chat box. Unmute option is given to all participants. You can unmute yourself and you can talk to sir.
Good morning,
sir. Before any participant puts the question, I have some doubts in my mind.
Yes, sir, please.
As a incubation officer at VTU, and we as a affiliating colleges of VTU, yes. What kind of course, support you are giving? That is the moral support and other technical support that you are giving. No issue in it. What extra support we can expect from VTU? Say straight away, what kind of financial assistance we can expect?
Exactly. From I'm coming to that point. We are coming to that point. Okay.
Because you know our all our activities depending on the financial availability.
Exactly.
Of.
End of the day, ultimately is the financial resources which make us happen over there. Okay. True. The moral support and all is good. Okay, that is only 10%. Finance comes to around 90%. That we know it very well. So what we are doing over there is that we are trying to create an ecosystem wherein our affiliated and autonomous colleges students get into it. Okay. So recently we did something called as Ideathon. Okay, we opened it for all the affiliated and it was very specifically for our affiliated colleges. Now what we are going to do in that is that we are going to shortlist a good amount of ideas over there. And for that, we are going to give them opportunity for incubation, and we are trying to look towards funding opportunities for them so that our affiliated college students and other people also get an opportunity for getting into the next level order. This is part A. Next, we are looking at all of the incubation centers are there under the affiliated and autonomous colleges. We are trying to have one network or a forum wherein we all come together and try to give them support, whatever is there over there. Okay, like let it be a Nidhi Prayas we are trying. Okay, so Nidhi Prayas will come to us. We are going to tell our affiliated and autonomous colleges to be a part of it. Okay, so this is what we are looking at it, creating that ecosystem. It's growing all of us. It is the main motto of it. It is not only to hold it to one particular or that. Let's all together grow. That is the main thing what we are looking at it. Okay, that is what we are thought of it. Well thought of it. Yes, sir.
And that's great thought, of course. With that novel thought, I think all of us will move forward with more and more innovation happening in each and every instance.
Yes, sir.
And dear participants, if you have any queries, please open your chat box, or you can unmute yourself and you can come forward.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
Audible, sir?
Yeah, I'm audible. We are audible.
Hello. Yeah. I'm Dr. Sumana from College of Horticulture, Hiriyur, sir.
Yep.
Have a little, I want to know little information on ODOP project.
Okay.
We have got one project that is called incubation. I am not just aware of it. That means one district, one product. Prime Minister funding has happened. Can you throw some light on that, sir? Do you know?
You have got a funding. Yeah, you are funding from whom? The central government you have received the funding.
Yes, sir. One of our colleague has got that.
Okay.
It is started. It is around 1.5 crores project.
Okay.
Can you throw some light on that, sir?
If you can share me the details over there, I can definitely give you some guidance over there. Okay, because we need to look into what kind of conditions they have put in over there, what they have told over there, how to go about with that. Definitely, we can guide you in that. Okay, definitely we can guide you because each schemes comes with a lot of inputs over there. Okay, and once they, I think when they have funded you,
that is called ODOP. One district, one product.
Yeah, one district, one product. Yeah, that is a new scheme that is coming up. Okay, well, we need to get into the details.
Sir, it has come.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. I will let you know.
Domain you have got
on GroundNet, they have got it. Sir?
Yeah. In which domain you have got it? For which product?
It's College of Horticulture for Chitradurga. GroundNet, sir.
Correct.
Chitradurga district. Yes.
Okay, but for which product you have got it, that funding?
From Prime Minister, that is PM FPI, something like that.
For which innovation you have got it? For which innovation you have
That's what they have to.
Okay.
GroundNet, sir. GroundNet.
Okay, GroundNet. Okay, that's what I wanted. For the GroundNet, you have got the over there. Okay, fine. Okay.
Sir,
if you want any assistance from it, we can definitely share with that. Okay, I'll put in the chat box my email ID. You can always text it to me or send it to me. We can definitely help you over there. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I've put it over. Any other?
For answering these questions.
Yeah.
The outset, on behalf of the management principal, staff, student, and equity of the Oxford College of Engineering, Department of Biotechnology, we extend our heartfelt gratitude for you to having graced this session and enlightening all the participants about the innovation aspects that are present in the lesson. Thank you once again for being on the session. Thank you, sir.
And we request you to join for the valedictory session at 11:30. I'll give you a call then.
Yes, sir.
And you can stay on, sir. Dinesh sir is there.
Okay.
If you want, you can stay on. No issue.
Sure.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
The next session starts now.